All right, we are going to make our seagull scene. First, we're going to start with our paper vertical very tall, and I'm going to use a Sharpie right from the beginning. You can use a pencil, although we did practice, so you might not need a pencil, but all right, the first thing that we're going to draw is that large post. Remember, we talked about how when things are in the foreground, they are larger. When things are in the background, they are smaller. Okay, so this is in the foreground. It's very large, and we're going to draw our seagull feet. They have webbed feet because they swim. And then that nice letter J. This is a large seagull in the foreground of our art project. Okay, and seagulls have nice big wings. And we can do our beak. That's his little nose. And our eye. All right, so the horizon line is going to be a wave, and we're going to do the wave right in the middle of our paper. So not up high and not down low, right in the middle. And of course, we skip over our seagull because the seagull's in front of the water. Okay, let's draw our sun in the sky. And we practiced those seagulls far away. So let's try and draw some of those seagulls far away. So these seagulls are the same size as this seagull, but they're just far away in the sky. So they're a lot smaller. They're in the background. Draw one more. I'm going to draw one diving down to catch a fish. I've seen them do that at the beach. Okay, so now that we have all of our images on our artwork, it's time to add color. So with that, we're going to be using color pencils. And as we saw, seagull wings are gray and then they have black on their tail. But before we just dive in and start coloring, let's talk about pencil pressure. When we're coloring our seagull today, we're going to use light pressure. When you're barely pressing down, see how far away my hand is from the tip of the pencil? I'm barely pressing down, making very light coloring with my color pencil. And this gives a nice soft look on our color pencil. Okay, so we can do that on all of our seagull wings here. I'm pressing very soft. We're going to practice pressing soft with our color pencil. And then with another gray, I can press very hard. With a firm grip on my color pencil close to the tip of my pencil, I can press hard, and that makes a brand new type of color. We know that the seagull wings are gray, and I think there was even a little gray in the tail. So let me add some gray up here, pressing really hard so that I get a different look from the color pencil. And then the tips of the tail is black. So again, this time I'm pressing pretty firm. All right, so my seagull is pretty much white. Most of the seagull is white. Okay, again, pressing super soft. I'm glad I pressed super soft because I don't like that color for the beak. Pressing really soft, holding my pencil far away so I can press soft. Oops, sorry. And then we get another color and we can press darker. And we don't want to cover the whole beak. You see how I'm leaving some of my soft pencil pressure there showing through? That way it gives it a little depth. And that color that I used for the beak first, I'm actually going to use this for the legs. And I'm just going to go ahead and press really firm on the legs and the feet. All right, let's talk about the sun. Light pressure on the sun. Now, friends, you do not have to copy the light pressure and the dark pressure that I am doing, but I am going to be walking around seeing if you can do both light pressure and firm pressure. Okay, now with my firm pressure, I'm going to color around my sun. See how much interest that gives? That looks so much better than just a regular old yellow sun. So I'm pressing pretty hard, going around the edges. And now I'm pressing softer. And I'm going right next to my hard pressure orange. And then I'm just going to go round and round and round, very, very soft. There we go. Okay, so we got the sun, we got the birds in the background, we got the birds in the foreground. Let's work on our post. Again, soft pressure with the brown. It's important when you do hard pressure and soft pressure with your pencil that you don't cover up what you just colored. So it'll be easy to see on this post. So I'll show you on this post. So I did one brown. Now I'm going to take a different brown. I'm going to make a shadow on this post. So over here, I want to press really hard with my brown. And I'm going to stop about right in the middle of the post. And then the shadow under the bird. I think I'm going to color the entire post up here dark for the shadow. So see that? You can still see the darker brown underneath even though I pressed gently. And then we have the firmer pressure there. Okay, so now that we have all of our image colored in with color pencil, we are going to be using tempera cakes. Tempera cakes are in a little bin like this, and then you need some water. We're going to choose teal or blue. So I chose teal for my water and blue for my sky. Oh, I forgot to show you. If you want to do waves in the water, you can. The color pencil doesn't go away when you paint over it. I'm not going to do waves in this one. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to choose teal for my water again. So you draw the letter X in your water and you go right to your paint and you just rub. The more you rub, the more paint will get on your paintbrush. And then you just start painting. And we're going to be very careful going around our seagull. Our seagull is not blue, so we can go around him. You can dip in the water and get some more water if your paintbrush gets too dry. Your paintbrush should be very, very watery for this. I can use the tip of the paintbrush to stand it up straight and get close to things. And don't forget to do in between his legs. That's water too, back behind him. And I'm using the top of my paintbrush, the tip of my paintbrush, so that I can get really close to my drawing. I'm holding my paintbrush up straight. This is laying it flat. This probably won't get you very close to your image. But if you hold it up straight, you can get right next to that black line. Okay. So let me do this side. And then once you're done with the water, we can go right to the sky. Now we want to do the sky the other color. There's two blues in your tray. We got a teal and we got a blue. So for the sky, I'm going to be doing the blue down here. So again, you just get your paintbrush very wet and you rub on the paint. And you just take your time. Now going around these little birds in the background is going to be a little tricky, but again, if we keep our paintbrush up straight, we'll be able to get right next to those birds.